Human Gambits series, Cybers, Chapter 9. Max heads out. "You ready, Max?" Tom asks. "As ready as I'll ever be. Let's get this party started," says Max. "All right. Command Central to Scrappy, activate Stage 4, says Tom. The team had decided on several starting jump scenarios, with ever-increasing velocities and intervals expanding with each jump. These relative velocities were considered far above the safe range for the current state of the technology, but it was the rate Max would need to travel to have enough food, water, and air to complete the mission and still possibly return to Earth. The estimated travel time to arrive in the vicinity of the comet was about a week. Max touches the icon on the panel for Stage 4. After a confirmation acknowledgement, the main viewer shows the pilot probes turning toward the direction of the comet. Scrappy Pilot Probe Alpha zips away and is out of sight faster than Max can blink. Starting out, the probe travels at 20 kilometers per second for 30 seconds. It arrives at its destination, 600 kilometers closer to the comet and away from Scrappy. The probe sends out an active scan burst. In a fraction of a second, it receives burst echoes from a sphere 1,200 kilometers in diameter. It relays that data back to Scrappy. Just as Scrappy Pilot Probe Alpha reaches its destination, the second display panel shows that Scrappy and the other probes have received its electromagnetic bursts. A couple of seconds later, they have Alpha's telemetry. It takes only a fraction of a second for the telemetry to return to Max at the speed of light. The data are incorporated into Scrappy's systems, and then adjustments are made to the ship's simulations. Updates are pushed to the remaining pilot probes and will be passed along to Probe Alpha once they jump to meet it. With each probe sending out an active burst with each jump, the solar system will soon be alive with the active scan pulses, the probes all returning different echoes with different frequencies and timings. These echoes, returning at different times from the same objects in an ever-widening area, can all be received and interpreted to find objects in Scrappy's path and paint an ever more vivid and evolving 3D picture of the entire solar system. As the process evolves and more data is acquired, the more accurate the simulations will be, and the further they can travel at faster speeds with each jump. The header and carrier of each scan burst contain all pertinent information about the probe, its position, and its current programming. The frequency protocol of each burst from each probe will be different, rotating through various protocols and communications frequencies. At faster-than-light speeds, messages and sensor data could pile up, so a way to separate and timestamp them is needed. With special broadband receivers, the frequencies can be received and analyzed simultaneously. Thus, the WildStar Array and Scrappy will always be able to differentiate, process, and categorize the myriad of echoes and can create a grand picture from the ever-increasing streams of data received. Stage 4 is essentially autopilot, so there's nothing for Max to do. He is vigilant for the first couple of hours, but then becomes accustomed to monotony and settles in for some rest.